What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another mystery tackle box video. I'm Matt from SBFishingTV, and today we are gonna try our best to get some redemption on a mystery tackle box slam. So if you missed the last slam I attempted, it did not go too well, but today hopefully we'll be able to complete one. So let's take a look at the baits that we have in this month's mystery tackle box. We're gonna rig everything up, and then we're gonna get out on the water and try to complete a full slam. So let's see the baits that we have to work with today. All right, so we definitely have a few different plastics here. We're gonna start with the Buddha Baits Swagger Worm. This is a cut-tail worm, and it looks like we have like a candy grass color, which should do really, really well today. Probably throw this around on a 1/4 ounce Texas rig, or maybe a shaky head. I'm probably gonna stick with the Texas rig though, and just flip shallow into the grass and look for any bedding fish and try to get them to eat this swagger worm. The other two plastics that we have an X-Zone adrenaline bug. It's a perfect creature bait. Also probably flip this around on a Texas rig, or maybe on the back of this lifted jigs football head. It's pretty neat. It has a really cool looking trailer keeper on here, like a center pin screw lock. It's gonna go straight down the middle of that jig head. It'll keep your bait lined up, and you won't have that issue of having your trailer slip down the jig. But those are two of the creature baits, and then we have another small crawl creature bait. This actually looks more like a trailer to me than the adrenaline bug, the Tantrum by Riot Baits. I'm actually gonna throw this one on the jig. I'm gonna throw this on a Texas rig. And then it looks like we have, okay, we've got some 3/0 offset 𝗙cie worm hooks. I'll definitely throw that swagger worm with this hook. And then last but not least, we have two different topwater baits. We have the Bagley Spinner Shad, which is a prop bait, and then we have the Strike Pro Swing Pop. So I don't know how the two of these topwaters are gonna do today. These might be our biggest challenge. I'm feeling very confident about the jig and the few plastics that we have, but I'm gonna rig all of these up right now, get everything ready to go, launch the boat. Let's get to it. Got everything rigged up, made it out on the water, and now let the slam commence. Water temp 64. I'm gonna start throwing this swagger worm around a little bit. Got this rigged up with a 3/16 bullet weight and the 𝗙cie offset worm hook. We're gonna flip this around some of this wooden grass. I'm stoked, let's go. I'm flipping the worm around on a 7.3 medium heavy. It's kind of an all-around rod with 15-pound fluoro. Oh, there we go. In there, first fish of the day on the swagger worm. Come here, buddy, come here, calm down. They're so fired up right now, it's crazy. All right, first fish of the slam on the swagger worm and the 𝗙cie's offset worm hook. Sweet, that's a solid 2-pounder, 2 1/4. Pretty fish. That's a good way to start it off right there. See you, buddy. All right, got one on the swagger worm, really shallow, probably about 2 feet, right next to this tiny little tree that's blown over and some grass. So we have plenty of that in this creek. We're gonna focus on that, and I think that these plastics and this, obviously this jig, are gonna do really well. So we're gonna try flipping this jig around a little bit. It is a football head jig, but we're gonna make do. Normally I'm throwing this a little bit deeper off of points, dragging it and hopping it, but we'll be able to flip it around today, especially since this jig is made with a pretty neat trailer keeper. It's one that has a screw lock coming off the bottom of the jig head, and then that allows you to rig your trailer up like this. You can actually text pose it too, so it stays virtually weedless. I put the Riot Baits Tantrum on that as a trailer. It actually looks really freaking good. We're gonna try flipping this around the grass to see if we can't get fish number 2 in the boat and get another 2-bait fish. My jig setup is a 7.6 heavy, 20-pound fluoro. high speed gear ratio reel. That's really important because a lot of times when you're flipping into really heavy cover, grass, trees, whatever it may be, those fish are going to grab it and run really quick. So if you have a reel with a slower gear ratio, it's going to be harder to catch up with that fish to set the hook. Oh my God, what a freaking bite that was right there. That was definitely like a bedfish bite. Just hammers it and lets it go immediately. He was actually off the bank just a little bit too. Man, that was a good bite. Oh my God. Feisty little guy. You see that? Look at this jig that this little guy tried to eat. Does that count? Bite. I don't know if that counts. We're gonna try to catch a bass on it. That was cool though. He smoked it. Oh, come here, bud. There we go. Number 2. Very, very similar layout to this fish as the last one. I mean, right next to this bush or tiny tree that's laying down in the water, a little bit of grass, probably 4 or 5 feet of water, and just hopping that bait down there. Sick. All right. Fish number 2, not too bad. Decent sized, I mean, nothing to complain about, that's for sure. And that was on the X-Zone Adrenaline Bug. Just a great looking creature bait. 2 baits, 3 baits down, 3 baits out of the box, the hook, swagger worm, and the Adrenaline Bug. Now we have to do the 2 topwaters and the jig with the tantrum. Oh boy, this wind is like pretty crazy today. Picked the jig back up. We're gonna flip this around for a while. I think this should be pretty quick. I'm a little worried about those 2 topwaters. I think they're gonna be somewhat tough. That's gonna be something we're gonna have to spend some time with today, but we'll make it happen. I'm feeling good about it. There we go. Okay. 3rd fish on the double bait. Just the tantrum with the jig. Not a big guy, but he counts. Fish number 3. All right, now we got to work on those 2 topwaters. I think that's where things might get a little tricky. Tiny little guy. Got him. Got him. Well, can say it's working for the panfish. Looks just like them too. I think we'll keep going with it and look for a bass. All right, we gotta get out of the wind. I think that's the only way we're gonna make these topwaters work. Oh, yes. Sick. Stay pinned, baby. Stay pinned. Oh, she's got it good. In you go. All right, biggest fish of the day on the Strike Pro. Sweet. All right, there we go. Awesome. I started working that bait like a frog, just slowly twitching it and giving it that side to side action instead of the slow retrieve. Sweet. Leaves us with one. All right, I just took the Strike Pro off. We're gonna put the spinner shad on. If I can catch one on this, the slam will have been complete. So I think the reason I was able to catch that fish was giving the bait a different presentation. I mean, I was throwing it for about an hour and 45 minutes without a single bite, and then I started working it more like a frog, giving it that slow side to side action and walking it, and that's when I got bit. So I'm not exactly sure how this is gonna work, but I might be able to walk it. I don't know though. Wow, that's very light. So throwing this spinner shad, I'm working it just like a frog. It doesn't walk very well at all. It comes straight at you, but I think that twitch pause is what's gonna get the fish to bite. I mean, as soon as I switched up to doing that with the Strike Pro Topwater, I got bit within 5 minutes, and I was throwing it for like an hour and 45. Oh! Ah! All right, another chunky one. Still trying to finish this slam, but in between spots where I can throw the spinner shad, been picking up the adrenaline bug. A decent fish. See ya. Well, I feel pretty defeated, but I just cannot get them to eat that Bagley topwater. There's nothing I can do. Sometimes they just won't eat. I guess that's what it comes down to. But we did catch a fish on all of the other baits, which is cool, and a couple of doubles there as well. It was a fun slam. We were really close to finishing it up, but I have to get off the water and go home, so that's where we're gonna cut this one. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on Mystery Tackle Box's YouTube channel. Also, there will be a link down in the description below, so you can get your first MTB for as low as 10 bucks. You can try out your own slam. Give it a go. Let me know how you do down in the comment section below. We'll see you guys on the next one.